If you're wondering why nobody's buying your woodworking projects despite all of your hard work, you're probably making at least a couple of these 10 critical mistakes that I see woodworkers make all the time. And the worst part is that most of them are completely fixable once you know what to look for. Today, I'm breaking down the exact reasons why your projects aren't selling and how to fix each one. You're using outdated finishes. So how you finish your project is everything. The tone of it, it needs to complement what is trendy today. So if you're painting everything in semi-gloss and calling it done, that's where your problem is. Modern buyers want that distressed, weathered look. They want pieces that look like they have character and story. So learn some distressing techniques. Try dry brushing, experiment with chalk paint, but your finish should enhance the wood, not hide it. Your paint colors are stuck in the past. So using basic, bold, primary colors like bright yellow, blue, and orange, that's screaming 1990s craft fair. So today's buyers want muted, sophisticated colors. Think farmhouse, like whites, sage greens, dusty blues, warm grays. Look at what's trending in home decor. Magnolia paint colors, Sherwin-Williams colors of the year. Those are great places to look for colors. But your color palette needs to match what people are actually putting in their homes right now. So if you have a pumpkin, for example, you don't want to paint this in like just bold regular orange. No, this is a totally different tone of orange. So this is much more farmhouse looking. It just has a look to it that can go with most, decor in homes. Something I like to do is look at catalogs and magazines and catalogs and just see, what's trending. And then ask myself, like, things that I make, would it fit in with this house? Just see the colors that they have going on there. If it's not going to fit in there, it might be hard to sell. But you look at a lot of, it has neutral tones. It has some bright colors too as well, just like a mix of everything. Another mistake is not marketing where your customers are. So posting on your personal Facebook page is not marketing. It just doesn't work. You need to get in front of thousands of potential customers, not just your 200 Facebook friends. So setting up at markets with high foot traffic that are buyers, which is a whole topic in itself, or creating a Facebook business page that you can promote to all kinds of people. You can get on, Instagram, that's free, or consider Etsy too. So the more eyeballs on your woodworking projects, the more sales you'll make. I've got to get some painting done, so I'm just going to paint while I'm talking to you. But another thing that I see is actually people pricing too low. It makes it look low quality. Like, person automatically assumes it's low quality. A lot of people actually want to pay more money to buy something nice. So they're not going to add cheap stuff to their house. If they're buying something that's going into their home, they want it to be nice. It's a reflection of them. If people want quality, they expect to pay for it. So don't race to the bottom on price, because that just doesn't work. You really just need to price based on your materials and your labor involved. Another mistake is making what you like and not what is selling. So, sometimes you may like something, but there's just no market for it. You really need to do some market research and just see like what woodworking projects or just what things are selling. So, like mushrooms are a trend right now. I particularly just don't like mushrooms, although there's a market for it. So if you incorporate mushroom things, theme things into there, there's going to be more buyers for that. Another mistake is that your project quality doesn't match your price point. So if you don't sand your projects well, or if they're, wobbly, or you can see, the glue coming out, like if you're going to be charging premium prices, you have to have premium quality. When you're first starting out, you're probably not there yet. Your pricing will increase as you keep building things and keep selling them. That is for sure. Just take time, to get your techniques down. Sand properly, make clean square cuts. Focusing on those little skills will really go a long way. Your craftsmanship should justify every dollar that you are asking. Another mistake you could be making is that you're ignoring seasonal demand. You need to be marketing your products at the right time through the season. So plan ahead. Start your fall decor ahead of time. Start your Christmas way ahead of time. I have a seasonal planner that I provide my members inside the membership to help them, get their months lined out, and so they know that they should be focusing on these certain things in this certain month. And that way, you're always ahead of the game. I know every time I do a show, fall show, Christmas show, the one thing I always wish I had more of was more time to prepare, more time to make things. So just make sure that you are ahead of the game and selling your products before you think people are ready to buy them. Another mistake is that your photos are very amateur looking. So blurry photos with messy backgrounds are probably not going to sell your work. I just use an iPhone to take pictures. You need to make sure that lens on the back is clean. That's like the biggest thing ever. It's just make it a habit. Just clean off that lens before you take any type of picture, okay? And then you want to make sure you have good lighting, a clean background, and you also want to get it at multiple angles, just so people can really, see it. So photos are usually the first impression that customers get, so make them count. Use natural lighting, shoot indoors during the daytime, don't do it at the nighttime, just because it's artificial light doesn't look good. Natural light is actually your best friend. If you don't have a background, just try to find something, white or empty. Something else you could be doing is confusing your customers with too many options. Yes, it's good to have options, but you just don't want to have too many where it's overwhelming. So if you have 5 sizes plus 20 colors plus 3 finishes, I wouldn't recommend that. Analysis paralysis is real, or a confused looker will not buy. That's the phrase that you hear. So, just simplify your offerings. Offer a couple sizes, 2 to 3, and a few color options. With my Etsy store, Minwax makes, how many stain shades? Like 50. Well, I offered 4, and just to streamline, not just for their decision making, but to streamline my operations. So make it easier for customers to say yes by giving them clear and simple choices. Another mistake is making products that nobody understands. So you can think that you're being like ultra unique and innovative with some never before seen thing, but if people don't immediately understand what it is or it goes in their home, they're not going to buy it. So don't avoid popular items just because everyone else is making them. I hear that all the time. The truth is, though, a lot of people are making them, it's because they're selling. So ride the waves. Get on the trend. Get on the waves. You know what I mean? Even if you don't particularly like it, but don't say, oh, everybody else is making them, so I can't. Because there's a reason everybody's making them, and there's always enough room in the ocean. There's plenty of space for all makers. If you want to learn exactly what projects are selling right now and get step-by-step tutorials for these trendy, profitable projects, check out my Woodcraft Blueprints membership. I show you exactly what to make, when to make it, and how to price it for maximum profit. The link is in the description.